Very quick video today, guys, about basically explaining who I am and how I got here along with the garage. So if you haven't seen the last two videos of my garage tour and a little bit of explaining about my main project, the 1986 Audi Quattro, highly recommend to go see them so you can kind of see what I've got myself into. So basically I only got into cars, I'd say, when I was about 19, so that was nearly 9 years ago, and I got into it because my first ever car was a wee Mini One, and the exhaust fell off, or there was a big rust spot in the exhaust and it started popping and banging, and I was like, oh, I like that noise. So that's how I kind of got into cars, was from that Mini. From that I put some purple BBS's on her, and I also put a 3-inch bore exhaust onto it, which I do not recommend. It's very loud, it gives you headaches, but you know, when you are in your boy racer stage, you know, it's look cool. But modification kind of ended there. I haven't really been into actually like souping up the engine's power or anything like that. From that, then I obviously had bought a few project cars. I bought a little Mark III Golf, I had a Mark I TT, a E36 BMW, and then I ended up driving my dad's Quattro, which is the one that I'm currently restoring. From that, if you've seen the video, you see it had a few paint issues and we had bodywork men working on it, and it didn't turn out how I wanted it, so then I decided to strip it. From that, yes, I liked cars. I was kind of more into like car cleaning and such, but I never really looked into it of like mechanicking and bodywork wise. But with that car, that all changed because I just got sick of people not doing their job. So drove the car in with absolutely no experience, little experience using hand tools, no experience using any of the equipment around me, and I just started stripping it and learning as I went. So how the garage came about was that little area that the Quattro was in. As I said in the very, like my garage tour, it actually, Dad very kindly made it into a horse stable for me when I got my first pony. Quickly grew out of that because horses need friends and there wasn't enough room for 2 stables, so they got moved to a different location. And from that I kind of made it into my little like detailing booth and then into my workshop. The only problem was every time I came into this garage, my dad owned it for the last 20 years, and it was more like a dumping ground. There was just stuff everywhere. To get from the front to the back, there was like a little path just through like everything and anything. There was like 2 old cars here, there was another old car in there was like a wood pile, a metal pile, barrels everywhere, lawnmowers. Just imagine your junk drawer on like a massive scale, so like kind of like a farmer's garage. So COVID hit. Everyone loves that word, COVID. COVID hit, and over them 3 years, I took it upon myself to start organising the garage, because when I came in here to borrow a tool, because I didn't have it in my own, I spent maybe half an hour to an hour looking for the tool. So to kind of make my job easier on like working in my garage, I was like, right, gonna pause the Quattro progress and I'm gonna just start tidying this garage for the sake of me and my dad, because he half knew where stuff was, but like the other half didn't. After that, we ended up putting the ramp in so we could mechanic in here, which has made life so much easier, because obviously everyone starts off working on a car on the ground, and there was too many occasions where I was very close to death, so that thing is a life savior. Ended up, this workbench here has been here for years. Obviously then I needed to start doing panels and stuff, so that's why I've built this workbench. In where the parts department is, all got blocked off, just so it's a lot cleaner. My brain needs to have like a clean space to work in, and then the paint department and stuff, I just wanted to keep clean, all my car cleaning stuff, because obviously welding and rust removal creates a lot of dirt, and that's how basically the garage just came along. Now with that, over the years, I started with cars, kind of in car cleaning, and again, that's why I have so many products. I loved researching, I went and done courses and stuff, and that's where it kind of started with me. Then obviously the Quattro got involved, and then I had to start looking at like hand tools, and then realizing, going in and actually trying to find parts, I realized, one, you either can't get Audi Quattro parts, or if you can get them, they're super expensive. And then obviously there were so many holes I started to uncover. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna have to actually learn how to make the panels. So then I started researching bodywork tools. And then what comes with bodywork? Welding, I'm pointing because the welder's there. So I needed to learn how to weld. So everything is a learning process. This channel is not going to be telling you how to do stuff. It's going to be following my journey on learning and trying and failing. And yeah, after that is going to be painting. As you seen, I practiced on a tractor wheel. And then after that, it's going to be going more into detail about using a rotary polisher and obviously getting the shine. Then engine work and mechanicking all rolled into one. So if you're interested in following along on this journey, please do subscribe. And again, I'm always open to suggestions on how to do things better, what I should get, what I shouldn't get. So yes, please make this a lovely community and help a gal out. But I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Bye.